Hey, this is David Owen.
And this is Marianne Cowagowan.
And this is You Show Me Yours Rewatches Degrassi Junior High. And this time it's Season 1, Episode 2, The Big Dance.
Yep. If you missed the news, we're doing a rewatch in 2026 of the Canadian fave Degrassi Junior High. We both liked this to varying degrees as preteens. Dave was forced to watch it in health class. I watched it of my own accord as part of the cool PBS after school programming block.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't PBS, it wasn't allowed in my house. Fun times. But anyway, we both loved it, and so we're rewatching it in 2026. Last time we were introduced to most of our characters, including Stephanie K. Oh, that 13-year-old vixen who thinks she's so mature, and her BFF Vula, who's not a vixen at all, and lots of the other folks at Degrassi Junior High. And now we're getting into the meat of the series. So this episode, unsurprisingly, is about a big dance. A dance that's not really very big when you get to it, but it was a little disappointing. But
there's only so much of a extra budget, on
That's
this Canadian PBS show.
That's true. Well, our A plot is about Vula and the dance, and our B plot is Stephanie learns a lesson about drinking.
Yeah.
Because it was the 80s, and we had to do PSAs about alcohol is bad. We learned last episode that Vula has a backbone.
Yeah.
I said then, and I still think that even when I watched this the first time, I thought she was kind of a drip. She's very she's wearing long skirts and high neck blouses and things that honestly my 8th grade teacher, and she was my English teacher for all of grade school, that she wore. And I identify them so strongly with her that I have a visceral reaction to them. There was a while, a couple years ago, accordion pleated skirts were big, and I could not wear them because they reminded me of her. It's just the muscle memory says no, I can't do it. Anyway, so Vula dresses like my 8th grade teacher is my point.
Nice.
So, but she has a backbone, and when she feels like Stephanie has not shown her respect, she cuts her off. Well, we see here Vula holds a grudge.
Oh yeah,
big time.
Almost reminds me of my co-host.
I was about to say
powers of holding grudges.
I was about to say
are becoming legendary.
You know what? When people show me disrespect, I show it right back.
There you go.
Basically. So yes, I was about to say I applaud Vula for that. So maybe this is her redemption arc for me. I'm like, you know what? You are boring as hell, but I respect it because you're mean.
Yes.
That's what I like in my 40s. I like characters who are boring and mean.
And this is Vula is your doppelganger in this. She's your spirit animal.
She kind of is. I'm betting you. I bet that in her household you couldn't even watch PBS.
Probably not. No. Because
Vula is your stereotypical girl from a mysterious ethnic background,
first generation immigrant.
Yes,
child.
It's never. I don't think it's stated where she's from, but her last name, I read it somewhere. It's something that's Greek, I think. So her father is sort of generically southeastern European.
Yeah. He's a real. He looks like Borat's cousin. Got the push broom mustache.
Yeah,
and is just well, your mother never went to dance. He doesn't talk like that at all.
No,
that's the way I want him to talk. That's the way I want him to talk.
Yes, until she was 16.
16 years old.
You were still a little girl.
A little girl. He doesn't talk like that at all.
Yes. So, but he is the ethnic dad trope, and we've seen this in Strictly Ballroom, A Big Fat Greek Wedding. It's the dad who is afraid that the world is gonna chew up his little girl and spit her out. Even and Vula in this case is 13, but in these other movies we see that attitude lasts way into adulthood.
Yes.
So you got the get married and have babies. Okay, I really got to stop with the accent.
Please,
both
of us.
Once you have babies, although Vula shouldn't have babies at 13.
No.
Anyway, he does not want her to go to this dance because she's a little girl and et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, where's her mom? We don't know. He says she didn't go to dances till she was 16.
Yeah. And so, and it is this is the thing with this sort of a television show. So there are only 2 teachers at this school as far as this
Right.
television show will.
Right.
So we don't know if Vula's mom isn't there because they just didn't have it in the budget to cast another actor.
Or is there a tragic backstory?
Right. Or will we find out? Because I don't remember, and I don't think you remember.
No, I don't either. Yeah.
So I hopefully that is a thread that will be pulled. If not, I'm sure there's a wiki somewhere that will explain it all to us.
Yeah.
Or fanfic.
But I kind of want to know, like, is, she went to a dance and she met someone else and she ran away with him, leaving baby Vula at home.
Right, exactly.
Or, like,
so he has a vendetta against dancing.
There's some story. Oh, it's just like in Footloose.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
It's like Gremlins and Hating Christmas.
Yes. Yes.
So a tragic event.
Right.
Tied to something, and all of a sudden you hate it for life.
Can't do it. Or it's like the book that came out around this time, The House Without a Christmas Tree. It was similar. It was father and daughter, and the mother had died or something, and the father was so sad with life that they never had a Christmas tree.
Jeez.
Yeah. And the girl was like, why can't we have? And I believe eventually they got a Christmas tree, and that fixed everything.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Not my life philosophy at all, I have to say. But anyway, but there is also not a sassy grandma here,
right?
Either.
Yeah,
like at least Fran at Circly Ballroom had a grandma who was like, "You make me very proud.
Yeah,
your mom would be proud, and I'm proud too." Okay, I gotta stop it with the accents. I'm so sorry.
Stop.
I'm so sorry. Oh God, I do it out of love. I promise.
Yeah.
But there's no grandma, there's no aunt, there's no mom, there's no sisters, there's nothing. So the only people that Vula has is her friends at school, and she has decided that Stephanie is dead to her.
Yes,
but she's now friends with Lucy.
Yes,
which is not going to go well.
Lucy is very, very cool. She's from somewhere else. She mentions being from.
She's from Manhattan,
living in New York. Yeah, maybe she's moving all around. I don't know. She's very 80s looking.
Yes. Well, and she. Well, first of all, she refers to, like, she has people over and they say, "Oh, your house is nice," and she goes, "Oh, this dump."
Right. Should have seen our Manhattan loft.
Right. And at some point she's talking about, "Oh, this town is so backward." I'm like, this town is Toronto.
Right.
Like, what are your standards here? Like, and did you catch she does the thing that in the 80s was code for cool and eccentric, is she calls her parents by their first name.
Yes.
And she keeps saying, "My parents are loose."
Yeah, they're loose.
Like, she says it like 4 times.
Yeah, like, really.
And she runs into Stephanie in the bathroom, and Stephanie is still doing this changing clothes at school thing.
Yeah.
I would have predicted that would be done by like week 2. Unless her mom's real
Stephanie's still growing. And also, I guess her little brother not snitched, hasn't, because he could easily just snitch on her about this.
Yeah, Arthur,
or maybe he's not allowed to see their mother. He just
possibly he did have to tell her
tell our mother hello.
This Parent Trap custody arrangement that they have. Like I said in the last episode, I really thought Arthur was a big old dork, and I was like, it was like the black hole of dorkness. Like, I couldn't get too close or I would get sucked in. I had to, probably Vula too. That was my reaction. But I'm really warming to him because he's just so sunny and cheerful, and like, he recognizes his own value, and if people don't, he's like, okay, whatever. Yeah.
And his dance moves are great.
I mean,
he has this one like sort of stanky leg adjacent dance move where he just kind of throws his arms out to his side and then like bends one of his legs and then throws his arm out to the side and then bends the other leg.
I mean, really, the whole thing, it's something.
Yeah,
the whole dance is something.
It is.
But anyway, so Stephanie's still doing this changing in the bathroom thing, and Lucy, is lecturing her on, you should just tell your mom you can wear whatever you want. My parents let me wear whatever I want. Well, when she says this, did you catch what she was wearing that day?
I don't think I remember.
She was more covered up than Stephanie was when she arrived at school, and I was like,
but it was like, she was wearing like, I don't know. It wasn't like, in my head, it was like
she wasn't wearing Vula's
tights
clothes
and leg warmers and like, she was dressed in that sort of 80s, like, I think in both of the outfits she wears in this, it's that sort of 80s, let's get physical, like
Kind of.
flash dance adjacent, sort of like, hey, it's sort of active wear, cool.
Well, sort of. I mean, she's not wearing Vula clothes, but yeah, it was like a thin cotton long skirt and sweater and a scarf and so it just struck me that was an odd outfit to be wearing when you're going to talk about I can wear whatever
but she was
I
dressed
want.
cool.
Sure.
So versus, like having just like a frumpy.
Sure.
She didn't have like a frumpy what was the brand Body Glove. She didn't have like a weird like sports brand, like weird brand t-shirt on. I just feel like in the 80s we were all just wearing like the cool the uncool people were wearing like Big Dog shirts, even though Big Dog's like later, but like the equivalent of like Big Dog shirts, so like Body Glove or like like a Oakley shirt or something, just like
I have no idea what any of this is. You forget that I wore uniforms.
Or a shirt that says 81 on it and says Green Bay on the front of it.
Yes, we will get to that fashion in a second. Yeah. The other great Lucy outfit that she's wearing to the dance, it is leggings and what I swear has got to be a tunic taken from the set of the live action Flintstones movie.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like orange. It looks kind of like felt or a thick wool or something, and it's got that jagged hem.
It's got the jagged,
and it's like Fred Flintstone cosplay, but for girls. And she's wearing this out in public, and it's funny. Anyway, back to Vula.
Yeah, sorry.
Tangents. This has been Fashion Minute, where we diss all the 80s fashion. So Vula is heading up. There's a fundraising campaign where they're raising money for foster children, which is so
a foster child.
Yes, and as they were getting to this, I was like, please God, tell me they did not bring the foster child to the dance and make them accept the check.
Here's
they
an
did
oversized
not.
Check.
Yeah.
For $100.
Hello, foster child. We know that your life is less than ideal, and we're going to make it worse by making you stand up in front of kids. And no, and they don't do that. Thankfully.
But I also bet, like, this is one of those things where, like, we don't get this, but I bet if you were in Canada at this time, I bet that sponsor a foster child program was a national thing that you would have recognized.
Yeah, possibly.
Like, I just about guarantee that the Canadian kids were like, oh yeah, we sponsored a foster child at my school too.
Yeah, or it's like everybody used to, when they went trick-or-treating, they would collect pennies for UNICEF,
for UNICEF
or something.
Yeah.
I used to
something like that.
They never did that where I was, but I would read about it in books that were set like 10 years earlier, and like then it was a big thing that nobody does that now. And they've gotten rid of the penny, so there's no pennies for UNICEF. Womp womp.
Nickels, I guess.
Yeah. Or we just don't recognize UNICEF anymore, probably.
Probably.
So Vula is leading this fundraising campaign, and I guess they want to get more money for it. And with it like a week to go before this dance, they say, hey, let's charge admission to the dance, and that can go to the foster kid. And everybody's like, sure, that's great.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Everybody has, money to spare. It'll be fine. No big deal. And they say, hey, Vula, you should make a speech at the dance presenting the check, the big oversized check, to the foster kid people. And she says, oh, no, I can't. They say, oh, you have to. She says, okay.
What's your idea? You have to.
Yeah. Funny how I'm going to remember that to tell other people. It was your idea. You have to do it. And her father has previously said, no, you can't go to this dance. And so she says, oh, there's a meeting about the foster child fundraiser. And it's at 6:00 on Saturday because everybody wanted the day to do their homework and spend time with their family. And her father, like, if you're going to be strict like that, you got to pay attention to details, because her father did not pay attention to the dance that he was saying she couldn't go to.
He sees the flyer in like the school paper.
Yes.
And clearly didn't see the time. But that's the thing. I will say, when you trust your children, you don't necessarily interrogate everything that they say, because you are trusting that they are honest with you.
That's
and
true.
This is the moment where strict dad would get even more strict.
Yes.
Because she lied.
Yes, because after this point, Vula's not going to be able to leave the house.
Right. Well, it's the point where he would get more strict and or have his like moment where he's like, she's not my little girl anymore. I have have to give her some room, some space to grow. So
we don't find out which
we don't know which will happen.
Right, which is a fault of this episode. But
yes.
So Vula's like, oh, I'm going to the meeting. Yes. Okay. Bye, Dad. I'll be at my meeting. And he gives her a curfew. Okay.
Yeah.
She goes to Lucy's and to change
yeah.
into her risque dance outfit, which is not
right.
risque
which
at
is
all.
Like shows her wrist bone.
Yes. She
like
came downstairs and I was like, did she change? I don't. Right. Yeah. Poor Vula. Although, you know what? I guarantee you so many people that I went to school with, if they looked back on the fashion choices that we made, I was Vula.
Oh, well, probably.
Yeah. But anyway, this is why I didn't want to get sucked in the black hole because I knew it was too similar.
Yeah.
So Stephanie and a couple of other people are coming over to Lucy's house to change also. And so Vula is like, this room isn't big enough for the two of us. See ya, bitch.
Yeah.
And Vula goes off and is having fun and is dancing with Arthur because she.
I think we need to. Sorry, let's. This might be the only good time to highlight. Well, I guess we could do it during the Stephanie bit. But they introduced the twin characters.
Yes,
in this.
who I loved through the whole run of this.
Yes, yes, but they're just there. You know, kind of like to sort of occasionally poke and prod or just like make a little thing.
Yeah.
But yes, Vula and Arthur are cutting a rug.
Which is very cute. And it's very much like, oh, you're my sister's friend.
Yeah.
It's not like no romance or anything. It's just very it's very
we're just
sweet.
dancing and he's doing his Arthur leg dance.
Yeah. So she's having a great time and she has to give the speech. Hang on. Sorry. Stephanie was supposed to give the speech.
Yes,
but Stephanie can't because
of the B plot, which is Stephanie. Stephanie gets wacky on Bailey's.
That was Bailey's, right? That was
clearly meant to be Bailey's.
That was like a pint of Bailey's that she just chugged.
Some of the labels, it seemed like sometimes they were being trying to hide the labels, and then other times definitely they weren't.
Did you catch the other one? One of the twins says, "What is this, port? Oh, do you drink it on a boat?"
Yeah. Do you drink it on a boat? Yeah, so Stephanie is getting drunk.
Yes, because Lucy has said, my parents are loose. The alcohol is all right here.
Yeah.
You know,
well, she doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't tempt them, and that she just doesn't stop them.
Yes, and she does seem to be like looking at them later, like, "Oh my god, what did I do?
Oh yeah,
what did I
and she does not partake.
No,
and that's the other thing. It's like sometimes when you are the kid with loose parents, like my mom was fairly loose once I hit about this age, you're like, I don't I have access to a full liquor cabinet.
But why would I do that?
Why would I do that? Yeah. It's the kids whose parents have been really strict about that stuff that are like, that go overboard. Yeah. It's like,
so then are we loose? Because as we're recording this, I'm looking at a big cabinet of liquor in our dining room and it's not locked up. We don't,
in that sense, we're loose. Yes, I suppose.
I hope we can remain loose and our kid is the Lucy in this situation.
We'll see. So anyway, Stephanie gets to school in anticipation of this big dance, and she is pining for wheels.
This is before at Lucy's, by the way.
Yeah. So if we're doing a plot, like we'll do a plot, then B plot, and then we'll bring them together at the end. So rewind, make Okay. I was thinking more of like the tape rewinding sound, but okay.
This is never a bad time for a Wayne's World reference. Come on.
Sure. So Stephanie is pining for Wheels. Wheels, by the way, whether he's the same character or just the same actor, is the same kid who basically wanted to see Stephanie naked in exchange for his vote when they're yelling out different things. Yes. So Stephanie in a bikini, the Wheels actor, maybe as Wheels, maybe not, says Stephanie without a bikini. Yeah. And now he is characterized very differently.
Yes.
Sort of shy. Like he's like the cute boy who doesn't know he's cute. He's, he's not obsessed with his looks. He's just wearing his Green Bay 81 quarter sleeve or 2/3 sleeve. What do they call those? The
elbow
sleeve goes down
or 3/4.
Yeah, whatever it's
elbows,
called, 3/4.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
Although I suppose Toronto is not that far from Green Bay.
I mean, yeah, like technically, if you're going to root for a football team, it's probably Buffalo or or Green Bay, I
Yeah.
guess.
But but it just says Green Bay.
It just says Green
doesn't say Green Bay Packers.
No,
it could be Green Bay High School for all we know.
Not licensed. And the color's a little too washed out to even tell if it's Packers colors.
Yeah.
It looks like it might be dark green and yellow, but it's hard to tell.
The dress. It's the blue and black dress all over again.
Oh yeah. And Joey Jeremiah, who we haven't talked about yet this episode, hot off of his his being thanked for Stephanie's success in the first episode, is just assuming that he's a shoe-in to go to the dance with Stephanie, but hasn't asked her yet.
Yes, he tells Wheels, "I'm going to take Stephanie to the dance," and Will says, "Oh, that's great. When did you ask her?" And he's like, "Oh, I haven't yet.
I'll ask her today or tomorrow, or
wait for the times." Right? Yes. Meanwhile,
she is pining for Wheels, and she is in the bathroom during this. My parents are loose. Why don't you just tell your mom and dad Lucy meetup? She's like, have you ever asked a boy out? And she's like, oh, sure, many times, lots of times.
In Manhattan.
In Manhattan, where we all do that. And she's like, oh. So she gets up the courage to ask Wheels to the dance. And in the meantime, we sponsor a foster child. And Vula can't make the announcement because she's not going to the dance. And Stephanie's like, sure, I'm the president. I'll make the announcement. No big deal.
I write speeches all the time.
Yeah,
no big deal.
Apparently.
Yeah.
And we see her practicing her speech at one point and getting ready to go and then we get to the Lucy.
Get to Lucy's and Stephanie is wearing, what is it, pink leggings and again, like sort of a tunic. It's sort of metallic. It looks like it's from a 50s show that's set in outer space.
It looks like if a sitcom had to have a pop star appear, like a fake pop star appear on it. She looks kind of like that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the twins are wearing these sort of loose cotton skirts and nothing wrong with it really. But I'm like, are you all going to the same event? I don't understand what's happening here. But okay.
Yeah. And after that little run-in with Vula at Lucy's, they're all just kind of hanging out because they don't want to get there early. You know, dorks only dorks get there on time.
Dorks like Vula,
dorks like Vula and Arthur, and all of the everybody else who we've seen in the background, and or in the previous episode. They all come into the dance and pay their loony, and they go on about their business.
I thought a loony was $2.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, anyway.
I just like saying a loony.
Okay. They paid extra.
And then that's the point. Yeah, when they're sitting around and Stephanie keeps saying her parents are loose, and then they see the alcohol. The twins are like, oh, look at all this alcohol.
Oh, we got drunk last summer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with our cousin.
And here's when I remind myself, these children are 13.
Mm-hmm.
My God, I was a huge dork and I didn't have a sip of alcohol until college, which still, yes, I know is illegal, but I didn't have an opportunity to drink in high school. So it's not like I was, holding back or anything, but I'm saying 13 is so young.
Yeah.
To be drinking. I know there's this world where there are kids who are full-blown alcoholics at 12 and, smoking pot at 9 and, but I don't know that world at all. And so now watching this 13-year-olds, we got drunk last summer is just shocking.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the world I came from. I mean, people at my school were going to parties with beer and, in middle school.
Ooh, jeez.
But I was not cool enough to be invited to any of that. So same. No. I mean, I was after 21. I'd actually kind of decided I'm not really even that curious about it, and also my dad's a full blown alcoholic. So I'm kind of afraid, I got this, if I've got this gene, that's this addiction gene or whatever, and I'm just going to get into it and I'm going to lose control of my life. So I was just not enthusiastic about it. And then a friend of mine was going through a breakup and he wanted someone to drink with. And I was like, we were, the group of friends had decided we're going to take him to the beach for 2 days, because we, at that time, we would just be I don't know, we're going to drive 5 hours to the beach. We're going to get the cheapest hotel room possible. And then we're going to drive back the next day. 6 people in one
room. Yeah.
We're going to drive back the next day. And we got some Rolling Rock on the way. And drank that.
That was your first exposure to alcohol. Well, I suppose
at the time he was a Rolling Rock fan.
Okay, and
now
I suppose mine was no better. So
now he's an aficionado of craft beers of all sorts and a proprietor of craft beer establishments of some local fame. So I wasn't really super interested in it. So yeah, that I lived in that world where 12-year-olds were 13-year-olds were getting drunk, but I did not partake in it. So they start drinking port wine and vodka, and Steph downs a whole highball glass, or I guess it's a rocks glass of Bailey's. It's just like a milkshake, and she just go.
That's how it gets you. Long Island iced tea doesn't taste like tea either, but And
I would say probably the lactose content or whatever of the Bailey's probably contributes to her later predicament. So they find themselves at the dance. Stephanie is totally drunk. The twins are drunk as well. Lucy is sober and embarrassed by the whole situation.
Get away from me! I'll be over here.
Yeah, and they come in and they go. Go ahead.
Teachers don't smell them.
The teachers don't. Yeah, the teachers don't get this.
But okay,
the two teachers that we have at the school.
Mr. Radich, by the way, is God bless. He's one of those, like, when you watch it as a kid, you're like, this guy has no humor and he's so terrible and it's awful. But now that I watch it as an adult, I'm like, oh, poor guy, long suffering, whatever.
Yeah.
But here, it's the weekend. He's in a much more cheerful mood. He's not wearing his suit. He's wearing his shaker knit sweater.
Yeah.
Which I can't wear shaker knits because I had one that I wore uniforms to school, and so I had a limited wardrobe, and I had a shaker knit sweater. It was some cheap acrylic, a lot of static cling. Dave, you know that I shed a lot of hair.
Oh yeah.
And whenever I had this, my hair was just it ended right around my armpits.
Okay.
And so the hair would fall out and the cling would keep it attached, and it all collected. My long dark hair collected in my armpits.
Nice.
And I would sit there in class and I had my arm up and I was pulling, and then I was like, oh God, this isn't a good look either. And I just can't. So I hold shaker knit sweaters responsible for that trauma. So Mr. Radich has a shaker knit sweater.
Noted. And he has some fun DJ name, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
Steph is there and they're at the dance and everybody's having fun. And then turns out, oh no, now Steph is sick because she drank a full bottle of Bailey's.
And because also they're doing the Degrassi crazy dance.
Do your craziest
crazy, which is basically just jumping around like a fool. And motion sickness. Yes. The lactose here.
Yes. And so she has to go to the ladies to get that Bailey's out. And that leads us into our final climax here, our final scene, where, because Steph is now unable to, Vula needs to make the speech. But in the meantime, we have seen that she is past curfew and her dad has pulled up to the dance.
Yes, and he's marching in he walks up and like you see him realize this is the dance. This isn't the meeting I was told about. Like he sees that it's music and a lot of kids like he was still, when he got in the car, he was like, oh, her meeting must be running long. Okay.
Let me go get her from her meeting.
He's very slow on the uptake. And he walks in and he sees her giving the speech, and you kind of would have expected him to be like, oh, Vula, that was a very good speech.
Yeah.
You're very mature. You're like, no.
Yeah, or we don't get any indication of that, right? Like, we're getting no real acting from the actor. Bless his soul.
The mustache covers
the
it
mustache
up.
Man. He's not the mustache man. That's a whole different thing.
That is not for teenagers at all.
The mustached man is not really emoting, because that's the perfect time if you're writing this show to have him have the heartfelt moment of like he's there and he's proud of her, and just like he does a little hand on the chest, like, oh, my daughter,
you're so much like your mother, who I miss, and that's why. Or I really didn't want you to do this, and here's why. Yeah, but you get none of that.
Yeah, he just snatches her by the arm and just drags her out.
And he says, "You lied to me. You lied to me." And she's like, "I did. I'm sorry, but it was for a good cause." And then they're just done.
Yeah, and then that's it.
We have no idea. Boom. Is he going to pull her out of school and she'll never be seen again?
Right.
Is he going to forgive her? Are they going to have a big fight? Like, I don't.
They move back to the old country.
I don't know what's going on. Meanwhile, Stephanie is staying in the bath. Wheels, by the way, she came
Just totally,
and
the Wheels.
after talking about how sexy he was, they dance for a little bit and then she runs away.
And then she runs away to throw up.
Puke. And so no more Wheels.
She's ruined her chances with Wheels.
Right.
To the much to the entertainment of Joey Jeremiah.
Yeah. Who, by the way, when she hadn't showed up, Joey was like, "You got stood up."
I hate to be you.
Joey is a real supportive friend.
Oh yeah. He's a great guy.
Yes. So she's apparently been throwing up enough that her eye makeup is watering. Like that's
like running
bad.
It's funny.
Ooh, that's She's like, I can't go out there. I got to go home. And Lucy's walking around, and Stephanie says, maybe when I get home, my mom will make me some hot cocoa. And can I tell you the food that I do not want when I have just thrown up? Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Yeah. More milk. More milk solids, please.
It tastes like the thing that I drank that made me throw up. Awesome.
Can I get a milkshake, Mom? Like that's the.
Yes, in real life, she's never going to drink Bailey's or chocolate milkshakes or anything like that for like 10 years because of this negative association.
Yeah, a modern version of this would end with Steph in the bed with like a hot water bottle on her head, and her mom will come in and go, "Steph, I brought you some hot chocolate," and then Steph will go, put one finger on her mouth to hold back the.
Yes. So even though last episode ended with sort of a nice, I think weak, but a nice bow on it, like, Arthur, I need your help. Freeze frame. This is just like, Bula, you lied, and my mom's gonna make me hot chocolate.
They you lied, and they leave, and it's just an empty hall. Freeze frame on an empty hall. Roll credits. And so what's our moral to the story here, do you think?
I think just drinking is bad, which it's a 30-minute program in the 80s. They had to
it's got to have some kind of redeeming value. And again, it was shown in schools for a reason, because it was like just a series of after school specials.
Yes. Well, and frankly, like, I think that is a message that you do have to keep hammering home to kids, because, and then we've talked with our kid about, like, sometimes being a little tipsy feels kind of nice, but then it doesn't feel nice. Like your body is not ready for this. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you like the taste of alcohol, but too much is a bad thing. And it's like, it is not 13. You are not ready for this.
Yes.
15. You're not ready for this. 18. You're not ready for that. Well, 18. I don't know, but legally you're not. So like, is this heavy-handed? Maybe. But I feel like this is you probably can overdo this message for kids, but I'd rather do it too much than not enough.
I'll take this over what they did at my school, where they staged a live accident scene. With,
yes, I've heard about that.
Dead people.
They didn't do that at my school, but I heard about it right before prom.
Oh yeah. Well, this was I don't know when it was, probably, but like, you're going into the lunchroom and there's a wrecked car being like pulled in by a forklift into the common area. And then you come back out and there's like, actors with fake blood on them, like hanging out the windows, and there's a smoke coming out of the front, and there's firemen there, there's a cop or whatever. It's like, oh no, what happened? Oh, they were drinking and driving, Sarge. Oh, another life cut short. Oh. No.
And it was all the people from like the local theater troupe.
Yeah. And then the dead people, get up and are like, well, do you have any questions about drinking and driving that we can answer for you? Here are some pamphlets. Here you go. So I'll take this over that kind of that any day. But also don't lie to your parents, even though they're like super strict
and lame and
and traditional and from some European country.
Basically, make sure your sassy grandma lives with you, because she will talk the patriarch into doing something. Because what does my big fat Greek wedding say? The man is the head of the family, but the woman is the neck, and she can turn the head any way she wants. Which, that level of manipulation sounds exhausting to me. but grandmas are used to it. So,
Yeah, for sure.
have a grandma to talk your dad into cool stuff. So
For real.
yes. So I believe that the Stephanie Wills relationship actually continues.
Wow. Little redemption arc for Steph.
Yeah. But not next episode. Next episode is called The Experiment, and I need to read this whole description to you because it's hilarious.
Okay.
Yik-Yu is convinced that Mr. Radich is biased against him. Aided by Arthur, Yik decides to test Radich by passing off an old paper of Stephanie's as his own, but the plan fails and the two get detention. Meanwhile, Joey takes advantage of Melanie and Kathleen interested in taking drugs by passing off vitamin pills as barbiturates.
Oh.
I want to see that. That B-plot is going to be amazing.
That sounds
so, yeah. Well, folks, we would love to know what you think about episode 2, The Big Dance. Were you the Vula or the Stephanie at your school dances? Or were you the Marion and you stayed home and you never went to them at all? Yeah. You could be any of them, Mm-hmm. Let us know. You can send us an email. It's ysmypodcast, ysmy for you show me yours, at gmail.com. Or you can find us on Facebook, same handle. Send us a DM or on our feed. We have links to all of our latest episodes. In 2026, we are having new episodes every week. The first week of the month, we're doing our standard YSMY thing, showing each other movies that we loved before our first date. And then all the rest of the Wednesdays of the month, we'll be watching the Degrassi straight through.
So get used to it.
Yes. So next week is The Experiment.
Awesome.
We'll see you then with... fake drug hijinks. Mm-hmm. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. Until next time, bye.
Bye.